What's up, guys? It's Charlie. We're here with Sazón Musik. We're here checking out a Gramps event that happens every Tuesday. It's called Synth Battle. We have the man Gabo right here who's responsible for putting together. What's up, dude? How are you doing today?
Good, and you? How are you?
Good, man. So why don't you tell the people here a little bit about yourself and what Synth Battle is?
I'm from Nicaragua. I moved here when I was 15. I started DJing with a Hercules RMX when I was like 15. I didn't get many gigs, so I didn't consider that the beginning of my career, really. More like just exploration. What I consider the beginning of my career was when I started DJing here, basically getting paid and putting stuff together that really felt like it was making a difference, you know?
I feel you. That's awesome, dude. Really cool. How specifically did you find yourself immersed in the Miami music scene?
Well, the first time that I got a gig in Miami, I was thinking like, what kind of DJ do I want to be? What places do I want to play? I went to this open decks called the Vinyl Social Club.
Okay, nice.
That's where my first set was in Miami. And
When was that?
about a year ago. And,
About a year ago. Wow. Okay.
Maybe a year and 2 months.
Okay.
I played there, and they chose me for their showcase in Technique Records. And then in Technique Records, I became friends with Caroline and Mikey, who I basically feel like I owe so much to. They were the ones that connected me to Gramps, and
Awesome.
they have also booked me for really cool events at Technique. You guys should check it out.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, Technique is a great record shop. I love all the events they do, the platform they provide to the local talent around here. What's your opinion on the current state of the Miami music scene?
I feel like the current state of the Miami music scene is kind of young, especially like because of I feel like there's a division between the older crowd and the newer crowd. I recently went to this party called Where's My Keys? I felt like that was kind of like a rave, but for the older crowd, it was kind of fun. But you know, it would be nice if we could just all immerse ourselves and like have more mentoring from the older folks and just involve ourselves more together.
That's fair. For Where Are My Keys specifically, did you ever go to Electric Pickle?
Yes, yeah, I've been to
Gotcha.
Electric
So
Pickle.
I think the same crew, Will Ronat, and like
It
the
is,
people
yeah.
that are behind ATV now. But I agree with you. I feel like there is some separation between like the younger, newer, like more ambitious do-it-yourself, like event, rave crowd, versus like some of the older heads that have been around for a while. Well said. So we're here at Synth Battle, where people bring their drum machines, they bring their different methods of playing live, and I feel like you gravitate a lot towards the vinyl sound, towards the live analog sound. Why is that the case?
I feel like when you're DJing on a CDJ, you're trying to make everything too perfect, and at some point, like a robot could replace you. And I feel like there's something about playing records that helps people enjoy imperfections. Right now, I feel like a lot of DJs that come to Miami don't bring their vinyl because they feel like Miami people don't listen and it sounds the same. But I think that for me, it's mostly like just the aspect of you doing it and someone noticing, and I feel like it's a good place to be.
I hear you. I feel like a lot of people, when they start DJing, they almost like forget to have fun with it. So us being in Miami, it's a huge cultural melting pot here. How do you feel like that's affected the scene and the type of music that you hear here?
I feel like it's a funny question for me to answer, since I feel like a lot of people try to be tropical and try to copy Miami in some ways, but they're not really copying Miami. They're copying like what they think Miami is. But I think that Miami likes breaks, Miami likes electro, since always. Miami likes Miami bass. And I feel like there's been a trend that kind of tried to give Miami bass a rebirth, but you know, all we can do is keep trying.
Agreed. I feel like the Latin culture here has like influenced like the late nightness of the events here.
Definitely.
That people go like
people like to
hard
drink
for
a
long
lot because
time,
they're Hispanic.
and then like different other cultures come and like put their own twist on it.
That's one thing that I love is seeing how the people who are making the kind of music kind of stick to like the roots of like the reason behind it. Like if you see some people playing like old school house in the queer events, it's like that's how it used to be back in the day too. So it's kind of cool to be able to see it still happening.
Absolutely. Hearing its roots and here like with a new twist, but still very much like the old school, like the old sounds. So we're here at Synth Battle, which is your baby. Are there any other projects you're currently working on or looking towards the future with?
Right now, I'm hosting events every Saturday at my place. It's like a dance studio that I live in. It revolves around exploring sound connections between DJs and producers that play live and play on vinyl. The main focus is recording sets and like collaborating. Right now we have a SoundCloud that just kind of started. So I guess a project that I'm working on currently is just like getting that SoundCloud a little bit more attention and hopefully help like the people that play in my place get bookings elsewhere.
Gotcha. Thank you for giving platform to the locals. It's much needed here. Where can people find you?
You can find me in Gramps most nights of the weeks as I just got a job as event coordinator.
Hey.
I'm just not here on Saturdays because I'm hosting my events at my place.
Gotcha. And where can people follow you for these events?
You can follow me at Blue Room Dance Hall or gabo.rio.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was good, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. I really appreciate that.
For sure.
What's up, guys? I got Dallas here who just finished playing here at Synth Battle. He's a regular here, plays very often. Why don't you tell us about your experience here at Synth Battle and why you like playing here?
I've been friends with Gabo for now almost a year.
Nice.
He's the first person that got me into DJing. He's the first person that literally showed me how to put a needle on a record and like
Amazing.
spin. And then once he started the Synth Battle, I was on board right away. I had 2 little pocket operators, very cheap pieces of gear that are very accessible to like anyone out there who does want to start working on synths, or like they're like $50. I bought them from Gabo for 20 because he's an angel.
Nice.
And I love the Synth Battle because it's a platform and it's an area where it's an event where people aren't judging your music. They're more listening, giving you feedback, talking to you about the gear. It's really important for our scene because it accentuates what creates the electronic music that we love, which is drum machines and synthesizers, or even some people play with just their computer because as much as you don't think, like when I first started, I thought when someone was using a computer that I was cheating, but a computer is like one of the most powerful synthesizers.
Exactly.
If
It's
you
a
think
tool
about
at the
it.
end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, what I love most about Synth Battle is that people just come here to have fun. You know, you come here, you rock out with your homies. You know, you play your machine. You know, like you said, there's no judgment. We're here to learn. We're here to have fun, and that's the best part.
Yeah, it's totally a judge-free zone, and that is definitely what makes it the best. It's not like, it's funny because it's called the Synth Battle, but there's no battle going on. It's more of everyone just like getting together and being able to discuss and engage with each other, and it's a very strong sense of community. It's very
Absolutely,
nice.
yeah. You know, the people you see here every Tuesday are here every Tuesday. You know?
Exactly.
It's all about love for the music at the end of the day. Do you have any projects coming up or anything you want to shout out?
Oh man, I have an EP that I'm working on.
Awesome.
A little different than the stuff that I've released in the past. I was releasing kind of like ghetto tech stuff before. Now I'm on some more like heady, spacey electro. Should be dropping soon, but
Nice, dude.
that's what every producer says.
Where can people follow you so they can look out for that?
Dallas James, at Dallas James, DallasJamesSS.
You got it here,
On
guys.
Instagram.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yo, thank you. Shout out to Sazón Musik, dog.
Hey. So we got Michael here who goes by Telluxe. He is a frequent here at Synth Battle. He's going to talk to us a little bit about the event and his experience here.
So yeah, like I started coming here once I started finding out about Gabo making these events for people who wanted to either practice or just like put out some music live. And it was pretty interesting because first one I was just nervous. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. And I just gave it a shot and it went well. People were giving me like good feedback, and after that I just got hooked and
Nice.
started coming back very often.
Very cool. Yeah, it's great to have, locals be able to have a platform to experiment, without worry, to just do what they want, have fun, especially with a live performance. You're not just DJing.
Yeah.
What equipment do you use?
I've switched throughout the whole time that I've been doing this, from my laptop to a MC303, and then currently I'm on the Octatrack. But I switch between them depending on like how unprepared I am.
Mm-hmm.
My laptop is usually for like when I'm never like not really prepared. I'm doing the setup for like the day or like 3 hours before the set.
Gotcha.
But it goes. It
Oh,
will.
good. As long as we're having fun with it, right? That's what
yeah,
matters.
yeah.
Nice, dude. Is there anything you have coming up soon that people should look out for?
Yeah, the 22nd, we're doing the Blue Room, hosted by Gabo as well.
Very cool.
And then the 29th, I'm at Technique Records, both doing live sets.
Nice,
So it
dude.
should be interesting.
Hell yeah. Awesome, dude. Thank you.
Thank you.